Okay, wait, can you get the YouTube?
Yeah.
It's on the other side.
Thank you for speaking with us.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
It will be- Okay.
Share screen.
Wait, where's your screen? Oh, okay.
The YouTube. Okay, guys, we're gonna watch this video first. Alright, make it faster.
Yes.
And then play.
Okay. Wait, should we mute ourselves? We're supposed to mute ourselves, right? Oh.
Is the volume on?
That was a little introduction video, and now we're gonna hand it over to Jodi.
Thank you. And thank you, Mia, for having me. I'm excited to be talking to you guys today. I guess you heard the volume on that video, but I did not. So it just looked like a bunch of pictures of myself. So anyway, I guess the point is, a couple of years ago, I published a book, obviously Mindful is the New Skinny, and it's really, as you saw, about nourishing the inside so that you can flourish on the outside as well. Now, I know that it's a very stressful time in high school, having two boys myself go through high school and are in college. You're probably waiting for your college acceptances, maybe, with all the additional stress of the pandemic, maybe a lot of uncertainty about the future. Plus, you have all the added pressure of social media, having to compare yourself to other people. And I'm sure when other people get acceptances or rejections, you know, it's very stressful. So I am sure that probably by now you've all heard of mindfulness, I'm guessing, in some capacity, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So it really does help with the fear, the anxiety, the uncertainty, the pressure that you all feel. And mindfulness can really counteract that. Now, do you guys all know what mindfulness is exactly, or you just kind of hear the term as a buzzword? Anybody know?
I feel like, at least for me, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm not necessarily exactly sure what it means, but I know I have a general idea of like your overall well-being.
Yes, well, it is for overall well-being. But basically what it is like, it's the ability that you have to stay in the present moment without judging it or wishing it were different. It's allowing and accepting for what is to be as it is, even if you don't like it. It's really about just being there and staying present. So what do I mean by staying present? If you start to think about college and graduation and, you know, what school you're going to go to and all these other things, future oriented, is the pandemic going to end? All of those things, you can get very anxious, right? Because it's a lot of uncertainty. So mindfulness helps you stay in the present. So when you're feeling mindful, when you're being mindful, you're just focusing on today. Just get through the day. Don't, when your brain starts thinking about the future, that's when you tend to get anxious. Now, I'm not saying you can't plan for the future, but when you start to stress about the future, bringing yourself back to the present moment is really, really important. And one of the mantras I like to use is, I just need to get through today. So when you're feeling stressed and anxious, bringing yourself back to that mantra, I just need to get through today. And if you take each day as it comes, then you won't get overwhelmed by everything that's happening, because life can be very stressful, especially at your age. So another part of mindfulness is the judgment that we place on things. I don't like this. I wish things were different. So, and you might wish things are different, but they're not. So being in reality and not fighting with reality is another important part, right? It's like, it is what it is. We can't always control things, but we can control how we respond to those things. So today I'm going to teach you my 4B technique, which will help you. You can use this technique, each of the B's individually or all together as one technique. And this technique will help you stay mindful and process difficult emotions. Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, you want to hear the 4 B's? Okay. So the first B is breathe. I'm sure that you've been told to breathe, maybe by your parents or maybe by your teachers or whatever. You know that breathing, albeit more difficult with a mask on, no doubt, is very, very important. Okay, so if nothing else, if you take nothing else away from today, you have to know that breathing is very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to do like a quick breathing technique with you guys. All right, so I want you to close your eyes and put your hand on your belly. Okay, and sit up straight. So slowly, with your hand on your belly, when you inhale, you blow up the belly, and when you exhale, the belly deflates. So just do this a couple of times. Inhale, blow up the belly, and exhale, let the belly deflate. And do it a few times on your own, just feeling your inhale and your exhale, and feeling your belly expanding and contracting. Now, when your belly is relaxed, your whole body is relaxed. And as girls, especially, we're used to like kind of holding our bellies in or sucking our bellies in. This is a time where we can let the belly go And just inhale and exhale and feel the belly blow up like a balloon and deflate. Okay, so you can open your eyes. Now, after doing that, even just a couple times, how do you feel?
Relax.
So much better.
Right? And it takes like a minute. Even if you just do it for a minute or two, if you're feeling stressed and anxious, stop yourself and just like put your hand on your belly and just breathe. Because most of the time we breathe from our lungs, right? Short breaths. But if you breathe from your belly, that's like a deep breath into your abdomen, you will immediately relax. Okay, so that's number one. That's your breath, breathing. Number two is your brain. Okay, so everybody knows that we can get really caught up in our thoughts, right? We can't sleep sometimes because our mind is racing. We have so much on our mind. We obsess about things that really aren't that important sometimes, but they seem really important to us in the moment, right? So, how many of you have had your mind racing and you just can't stop it? You can't calm it down? Show of hands, right? I think we all go through that. So, number two, brain, I want you to notice what is going on in your mind. So, we're not going to do that now, but if you're caught up in your thinking, stop yourself and just start to notice your thinking. So, an important thing you can say to yourself is, I notice I'm thinking this, or I notice I'm obsessing about my grade, or I notice I'm starting to really cycle into anxiety because I'm worried about what school I'm going to get into, or whatever it is. Okay. So, if you notice or observe your thoughts, like you're up here, because you are not your thoughts and you don't have to believe everything you think. Your brain is like a program. So it's like on a loop sometimes. And you can kind of just smile and laugh at it like, oh, here I go again. Here those thoughts come in, instead of paying attention and getting very connected or upset about those thoughts. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah? Any questions about that? No?
I think we're all good.
You're all good? Okay. All right. So instead of just thinking nonstop, notice that you're thinking. That's really the second step. Okay. And when you start to observe your thinking, then all of a sudden you are not the thinker. You become the observer of the thinker. I don't have tons of time to go into all that, but if you can get that concept, that's very important. Okay. So number three is your body. Okay, so when you start to panic in your head, another way to get out of your head is to go into your body. Because what we do is we kind of live from the neck up, right? We're just like, forget our bodies, we're just all in our heads, right? We forget about our bodies. So what you can do is, when you think something stressful, and we'll do this exercise because we have a little time. Okay, so I'll explain it first and then we'll do it. So when you realize you're in your head and you're obsessing about something, what you can do is go into your body. And the way that you do that is you start to notice how you're feeling in your body. Okay, notice the sensations you're experiencing. So instead of focusing on the thoughts, be like, oh my God, I notice my heart is racing, or I notice that my throat is tightening, or I notice that there's a pit in my stomach. And then you start to breathe into those areas. Okay, and you focus on the physical sensations in your body. Oh my God, I notice my neck is so tight. And then you breathe to loosen the tightness in your neck. Or you breathe to relax your belly. Does that make sense? No? Yes? Anybody? All of you? Okay. All right. So let's do a little exercise to practice that. You guys up for that?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is supposed to be interactive or not, but I feel like I'm just going to talk to you guys anyway. Okay. All right. So sitting up straight again. So we're going to practice 1, 2, and 3 right now. Okay. Ready? Anybody? Say yes. or no.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're still there. Okay. So sitting upright, because you want to always sit with like a dignified posture when you are, going to meditate or whatever. So you're paying attention and you're dignified, okay? So let's close your eyes and start with your breath. Just breathe in and out. You can touch your belly if you'd like, because that always helps anchor you. And breathing and meditation isn't about blocking out all your thoughts. It's just focusing on your breath. So yes, you might have thoughts come in when you're breathing, but you're not supposed to just block them out, because that's impossible. You're just supposed to really not pay so much attention to them. Okay? So focusing on your breath, breathing in and out, relaxing your body, letting everything go. Your mind's going to wander. That's okay. Just bring it back to your breath. Okay, and now I want you to think of something that stresses you out. Now that I've calmed you down, I'm going to rile you back up. So think about something that really like you're worried about. Okay? Or that's been bothering you, or something stressful. Think about that. Now I want you to observe, notice, hey, I'm thinking about that stressful thing again. My mind is just on a loop about it, and kind of distance yourself from the thought. Okay? And you can even ask yourself, is this true? Or am I sort of making it up? Is this a fact? Or am I just getting myself crazy about it? So start to question your thoughts. You don't have to believe everything you think. So you have a little conversation with yourself about what you're stressed out about. And then when you're stressed out, you usually have sensations in your body. So step 3 is now we're going to go into your body and notice if you're having any sensations in your body. Like, wow, I notice when I have that thought, my heart starts beating faster, or my throat gets tight, or my chest gets tight, or my belly gets butterflies in my stomach. Just notice what's going on in your body right now, because your brain is so connected to your body. Okay? And then we could even go further with that, is like noticing if that has a shape or a color, like these sensations in your body. If your chest is heavy, maybe it's red because it's red hot. Or maybe if it's in your belly, it's kind of green. So you can just start to really get into those sensations. I'm doing this exercise very quickly, but you're going to get the idea. Like breathing into those spots that have the tension and trying to relax those parts. It's not going to fully go away, but hopefully the idea is that you shift it a little bit. It gets a little lighter. Okay. Does anybody want to tell me how that felt or what they noticed?
I think it was very
Anybody?
relaxing.
Okay. Even when you were having that stressful thought?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did you feel anything in your body?
I just felt very at ease.
Okay. Okay, but you didn't feel any, like when you had that stressful thought, you didn't feel your heart racing or anything, or any kind of stress in your body? The breathing just helped you relax it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did anybody else feel any sensations in their body after they were thinking of this stressful thought?
When I was thinking of it, I felt it was in like my head. So I just like breathed and it like got my mind off of it, I guess, and then like went away.
Okay, so you were able to stop the thinking and just focus on the sensations in your body, and that helped.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody notice any specific sensations in their body? Like a heart racing or a pit in the stomach or throat? Anybody notice any sensations in particular?
Someone's raising their hands here.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I can't say. Just blurt it out.
Oh, yeah, I had like butterflies in my stomach because like I was just like thinking about like school and like how stressful it is and like just like breathing really hard.
Wait, I can't hear you. Just say that again, a little louder.
Oh, I said that I had like butterflies in my stomach because I'm like really stressed out about school and like breathing really helps me to get my mind off of it.
Okay, great, great. So you're going to notice that if you have a stressful thought, your body is going to react to it. It's like when you're in the car and like you're almost about to get in an accident and you stop short, like your heart's racing and all that stuff is happening. Your thoughts can produce a very stressful reaction in your body. So if you start to focus on your body instead of the thoughts, it really does help, and especially with your breath. Okay? So we got breath, brain, body, and now we're going to do number 4, which is begin again. Okay? And I'm going to expand on the begin again because now you're in a much better place to tackle your day or whatever you need to do because you've just went through those 3 steps. And number 4, begin again. I also want to stress this, especially with girls your age, after working with many of them. I think it's really important for you guys to have self-compassion. Are you familiar with the concept of self-compassion? Just scream it out if you are or not or whatever. You have no idea what I'm talking about, or has anyone ever taught you self-compassion?
Yes, we're getting a lot of head nods in the room.
Okay, it's hard for me to see. Okay, kind of looking in there. All right, so self-compassion is all about being kind to yourself, right? And I think it's so important, especially for girls who are under so much pressure with Instagram and, likes and comparing yourself and, all of the stuff in today's society that unfortunately I did not have to go through in my generation, but you guys have this added pressure of comparing yourselves, of feeling the need to like be perfect, and all of that. It's really important that you not beat yourself up. If you learn anything else besides the breathing today, just learning how to be kind to yourself and your own best friend. So if you're saying things to yourself that you would not say to your best friend, you cannot say it, okay? Because I hear so much of that I should be thinner. I should be doing more. I should be exercising more. I should be eating better. I should. And that's not really self-compassion, that's perfectionism, okay? So being kind to yourself, not beating yourself up. Life is hard, things are stressful, you're going through a lot. So if you're feeling super stressed, don't be like, oh, I'm so stressed all the time, what's wrong with me? It's more like, I am going through a stressful time, so I'm gonna be kind to myself. And it's really kind of like counterintuitive. It's not anything that we've really learned, okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say you're beating yourself up sometimes or being hard on yourselves?
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna give you like a little case example just to round this out a little bit. So I recently worked with a girl who was a freshman in college, and she gained a little weight in college, and she was just full of beating herself up, okay? And maybe she went from like a size 2 to a size 4. I mean, we're not even talking, but she was like, I'm not working out enough. I need to work out like 6 days a week. I'm missing a day, like total perfectionistic about this. I'm eating too much. And this was taking up all her thoughts throughout the day. She couldn't even focus on anything else because she was constantly obsessed with this. And the part that sort of broke my heart is that she wasn't socializing. She wasn't going out with her friends. She wasn't doing the things that she would normally do because she was so insecure about herself and her body, or she couldn't find an outfit to wear, or all of this stuff. She just wouldn't go out. And that was causing her to be very depressed. So I sort of explained to her that nobody really cares except for you. Nobody's judging you because they're all judging themselves. They're all focused on themselves, so nobody's really focused on you. And also to gain the confidence. I think what makes you, I don't know, I don't want to use the word popular or whatever, well-liked, is the fact that you like yourself, not that anybody else likes yourself. So if you're feeling down on yourself and not liking yourself, you need to work on that and gain the confidence, because I think confidence is what is attractive, not necessarily your body shape and all that. And I just say that because I've seen this, this may not apply to you, but I've seen it so many times. And it's very common in today's world. So be kind to yourself. If you wouldn't say something to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. So does this resonate with anybody?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, great. So what I'm going to do for you guys, if you would like, I have a copy of the 4 Bs if you want to remember them. It also has like a little, the name of the book maybe, and maybe where to get it. I don't know. It's on Amazon if you want to read more about the Mindful is the New Skinny method. But if you go to jodibarretts.com/4B, you can get a copy of the 4 Bs written out for you, if you would like that. Okay? And my
We'll put that
email
on-
is, what?
Yeah, we'll put that on our classroom for everyone.
Okay, jodibarretts.com/4B. And if you feel like you want to get in touch with me at all or work with me or whatever, for any questions, you can always email me at jodi@jodibarretts.com.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Yeah.
You are so welcome. Good luck, guys.
Thank
That was
you.
amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.